As summer heats up, so does the violence in cities, and Hartford is no exception. For decades, Reverend Henry Brown has been on the streets trying to stop the violence and help the community heal. News 8's Bob Wilson spoke with Reverend Brown at a special event designed to help people in the area.
Restore the family, dear God, that have been broken by the senseless violence, dear God.
Reverend Henry Brown has been ministering on the streets of Hartford since 2001. In that time, more than 500 people have been murdered and thousands others have been shot.
24 years.
Yep.
Do you feel like you're making a difference?
I do. This young man, Aswad Thomas, is a testimony to the work that we do.
I was shot twice in my back while leaving a corner store on Albany Avenue and Edgewood Street, and those bullets ended my professional basketball career and also almost nearly ended my life as well. So when I was shot, I was transported to St. Francis Hospital. Dr. Marshall and the team there did an amazing job saving my life. But I remember about a week later being discharged from the hospital back into the same neighborhood where I was shot at. Reverend Brown came to my hospital bed as I was recovering, and I remember he told me,
Be still,
let God do his work. So for me, those are encouraging words that I needed to hear. So the teenager who had shot me was also a victim of gun violence 4 years before I was shot. And the doctor that saved my life also saved that teenager's life as well. But just like me, he was reached from that same hospital back into the same community with no mental health services, no counseling. And so I feel like his unaddressed trauma, not getting any help, played a huge role in my shooting years later.
just get yourself well, because there's going to be greater things. And man, I didn't never think it was going to be this great.
I went to pursue my master's degree at the University of Connecticut School of Social Work because I really wanted to understand the impact that trauma have on individuals, families, and communities as well. And then once I graduated, I got a job opportunity to move to California to work for an organization called Crime Survivors for Safety and Justice, which is a national network of over 200,000 survivors that are coming together to heal together, to share our stories, but also to advocate for better policies as well.
His organization has changed more than 100 national laws and funded mental health and trauma recovery centers to the tune of $3 billion.
It's a community center that provides wraparound services to victims of violence. We started with one in California. Now we have 54 of these centers across the country.
I'm tremendously proud of him because he could have easily walked away, but he chose not to. And I'm forever going to be grateful for him for that.
Aswad Thomas travels the country telling his story, and he's currently working with Reverend Brown to bring a trauma recovery center to Hartford. Bob Wilson, News 8.